So in the Peshat, the 6 men, the plain sense of the text, the 6 men were the commanders of the Babylonian army, and the 7th was the scribe of the king. The 7 ministers, of course, who entered the city when the wall was breached. That's the plain sense of the text. You can cross-reference that. Let's turn there. Jeremiah chapter 39, verse 3. You'll see these 7 men right here. And all the rulers of the king of Babylon, Jeremiah 39, verse 3, and all the rulers of the king of Babylon came in and sat in the middle gate. Negrashazar, Samgarnebo, Sarshachim, Rabsares, chief of the eunuchs, Nergal-Sharzaneh, Rav-Mag, chief soothsayer, there's your 6, and number 7, all the rest of the rulers of the king of Babylon. Little rabbi trail here, a little Rav-Mag trail for you. Rav-Mag, Jeremiah 39 verse 3, this of course is where Judaism's rabbis come from this word in Jeremiah chapter 39 verse 3. The chief soothsayer, what was his name? Rav-Mag, wise rabbi. This is where the term rabbis come from. The rabbis come from the astral soothsayers in Babylon. It's a Talmudic cultic term, Rav-Mag. It's a Babylonian term. It's not a Jewish term. Rabbi isn't Jewish. It's Babylonian Talmudic soothsaying. Okay, let's be real. And the Hebrew word there, you can check me out, is Hebrew word number 7227. And then it's translated in the New Testament and the Septuagint in the Greek, Strong's number 3097. Of course, their Babylonian Talmudic roots, these were the mystical soothsayers and stargazers. So Daniel, he ends up exiled in Babylonia. He's in the king's court. Would he be around a bunch of stargazers, magical soothsayers? Would he? He would have known and associated with them all. They were eating the king's meat and he wasn't, right? But he was around all of these Rav-Mags, these wise rabbis. Rav-Mag, that's what it means. So, Daniel, when he died, he was a very wealthy man. He laid up all of his treasures with the Rav-Mags. And he said, when you see the sign in the heavens, I want you to take all of my treasures, follow the sign, and lay all of my treasures down at the one beneath the sign. So now you go into the New Testament and you find the 3, there weren't 3 of them, wise men. It's the same Hebrew word, Rav-Mag. These were the soothsayers from the Babylonian court that had been left with Daniel's temple treasures that went, a great slew and caravan of them. They wouldn't have been very wise if they were traveling through the deserts with all of that merchandise. They would have been robbed and plundered before they ever got to Bethlehem. They were a caravan. There were hundreds of them. This idea that there were 3 gifts, but tradition. These were the Rav-Mags, of course, in Matthew chapter 2 that came forward. These were the wise men that laid up Daniel's treasures at the feet of the Savior. Isn't that interesting how we can get caught up in all the rabbis? They were soothsayers. This is what Judaism is based on. Judaism came from Babylon. It didn't come from the Bible. Why would we leave one pagan tradition and cross over, get into everything Hebrew, and then adopt a bunch of Babylonian Talmudic tradition and say we're in the Hebrew roots? We're messianic. It's asinine to me. We've made mistakes. Let's correct course and let's be people of the way and follow Yahushua all the way into the kingdom. We're gatherers, not scatterers. We're gatherers. But let's scatter the paganism. I don't care whether it's Babylonian or Constantinian. if there's such a word as that. Sounds good. Let's just get rid of both of them and go the narrow road. We've got 7 feasts to keep us occupied, and the Sabbath, and the new moons, the new months, if you will. Not moons, months. There's some old learning that I need to get rid of. Again, we have to move forward. We've got plenty of Bible things to keep us occupied without doing magic things, right? Thank you. I don't know why people get so offended when I talk like that. They do, because you're messing with their holidays. I say, well, let's keep the holy days.